I am the song that sings the bird. I am the leaf that grows the land. I am the tide that moves the moon. I am the stream that halts the sand. I am the cloud that drives the storm. I am the earth that lights the sun.
Sir W. Batten and I took coach and to the coffee house in Cornhill, where much talk about the Turk's proceedings and that the plague has got to Amsterdam, brought by a ship from Algiers, and it is also carried to Hambro.
Though owing to illusion it appears to be multiple names, forms and attributes, it always remains unchanged. It's like gold, which while remaining one is formed into various elements. You are that one.
On the changes that De Ruyter is dead with 50 men of his own ship of the plague at Calais.
A final drop of dew, or the first sparkling leaf, each illustrates this brief temporal world in which all things pass through.
Again homewards, and Sir W. Batten and I to the coffee house, but no news, only the plague is very hot still and increases among the Dutch.
You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop.
Great fears of the sicknesses here in the city, it being said that 2 or 3 houses are already shut up. God preserve us all.
All things are in the universe, and the universe is in all things. We in it, and it in us. In this way, everything concurs in perfect harmony.
Thence to the coffee house with Creed, where I have not been a great while, where all the news is of the Dutch being gone out, and of the plague growing upon us in this town, and of remedies against it, some saying one thing, some another.
Nothing in nature is random. A thing appears random only through the incompleteness of our knowledge.
It being the hottest day that ever I felt in my life, and it is confessed so by all other people, the hottest they ever knew in England at the beginning of June. This day, much against my will, I did in Drury Lane see 2 or 3 houses marked with a red cross upon the doors, and Lord have mercy upon us writ there, which was a sad sight to me, being the first of that kind that to my remembrance I ever saw.
Oh, the one life within us and abroad, which meets all motion and becomes its soul.
The town grows very sickly, and people to be afeard of it. There dying this week of the plague 112, from 43 the week before.
Nothing in the world is single. All things by a law divine in one spirit meet and mingle. Why not I with thine?
Thus we end this month, as I said, after the greatest glut of content that ever I had, only under some difficulty because of the plague, which grows mightily upon us, the last week being about 1700 or 1800 of the plague.
Heaven is under our feet as well as over our heads. What's the use of a fine house if you haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on?
It was dark before I could get home, and so landed at Churchyard Stairs, where to my great trouble I met a corpse of the plague in the narrow alley. I shall beware of being late abroad again.
If we love flowers, are we not born again every day? I was thinking today that the supernatural was only the natural disclosed, not revelation. 'Tis that waits but our unfurnished eyes.
My whole family hath been well all this while, and all my friends I know of, saving my Aunt Bell, who is dead, and some children of my cousin Sarah's, of the plague. But many of such as I know very well, dead. Yet, to our great joy, the town fills apace, and shops begin to open again. Pray God continue the plague's decrease, for that keeps the court away from the place of business, and so all goes to rack as to public matters, they at this distance not thinking of it.
If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibrations. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there's a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration.
But what, among other fine discourse, pleased me most was about respiration, that it is not to this day known how the action is managed by nature or for what use it is.
The discord into which the human soul has fallen can be harmoniously resolved through the sun as a natural object which knows no conflict.
Blessed be God, a good bill this week we have, being but 237 in all, and 42 of the plague, and of them but 6 in the city, though my Lord Bruckner says that these 6 are most of them in new parishes where they were not the last week.
There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle.
The plague is, to our great grief, increased 9 this week, though decreased a few in the total, and this increase runs through many parishes, which makes us much fear the next year.
If you lose touch with nature, you lose touch with humanity.
This morning the House of Parliament do meet, only to adjourn again till winter. The plague, I hear, increases in the town much, and exceedingly in the country everywhere.
The goal of life is to make your heartbeat match the beat of the universe, to match your nature with nature. God is the experience of looking at a tree and saying, "Ah."
Thanks be to God, the plague is, as I hear, increased but 2 this week. But in the country, in several places, it rages mightily, and particularly in Colchester, where it hath long been, and is believed will quite depopulate the place.
I am not afraid of being thought of as sentimental when I stand here tonight and tell you that I believe natural beauty has a necessary place in spiritual development of any individual or any society. I believe that whenever we destroy beauty, we have retarded some part of humanity's spiritual growth.
I met with Mr. Evelyn in the street, who tells me the sad condition at this very day at Deptford for the plague, and more at Deal, within his precinct as one of the commissioners for sick and wounded seamen, that the town is almost quite depopulated.
The trees shake out their masses, joyful, drinking the downpour. The hills pearled, the whole distance drinking, and the earth smell warm and thick as smoke. And you go, and over the whole land, like singing, heard across evening water, the tall loads are swaying towards their barns, down the deep lanes.
I to the office a little, and then to church, it being Thanksgiving Day for the cessation of the plague. But Lord, how the town do say that it is hastened before the plague is quite over. They're dying some people still.
Today I think only with scents, scents dead leaves yield, and bracken and wild carrot seed, and the square mustard field, odours that rise when the spade wounds the root of tree, rose currant, raspberry or goutweed, rhubarb or celery. The smoke smell too, flowing from where a bonfire burns, the dead, the waste, the dangerous, and all to sweetness turns. It is enough to smell, to crumble the dark earth, while the robin sings over again sad songs of autumn mirth.
One at the table told an odd passage in this late plague, that at Petersfield, I think he said, one side of the street had every house almost infected, and the other, not one shut up.
Things are as they are. Looking out into the universe at night, we make no comparison between right and wrong stars, nor between well and badly arranged constellations. The night kissed the fading day with a whisper. I am death, your mother. From me you will get new life.